the president. Because I have to do it myself. I know it's not.
Food poisoning, gunshots, vehicular accidents, public bombings. For many of us, these incidents might seem like rare occurrences. However, for some of the world's top leaders, these threats are a daily reality. One might wonder, how do these individuals continue their duties without being constantly consumed by fear? Beyond the power they wield, these influential figures are perpetually in the crosshairs of imminent dangers. Consequently, nations are prepared to allocate substantial resources to ensure their security. The safety measures for these leaders are meticulously planned, with every move closely monitored and guarded with the utmost secrecy. Ever wondered about the elite security team shadowing the most influential figures shaping our world? Dive into today's exclusive. Let's roll the red carpet. Inside the unprecedented security bubble of the U.S. president. In 2016, a young man named Michael Sanford, a British citizen, was apprehended over the weekend for attempting to seize a firearm from a police officer during an anti-Donald Trump protest. Sanford's intent was not merely to grab the weapon. He had a more sinister plan in mind: to assassinate then presidential candidate Donald Trump. He was swiftly subdued by law enforcement and later confessed his intentions to investigators. Had it not been for timely intervention, Trump might never have ascended to the highest office in the United States. Hence, upon assuming the presidency, the Secret Service was always close at hand. During international visits, the U.S. president is accompanied by a vast entourage of Secret Service agents. Beyond the elite protective detail, the Secret Service also deploys a specialized super agent team, the counter-assault team. Equipped with heavy weaponry, they are prepared to neutralize any threat swiftly. Within the presidential motorcade, the CAT is positioned in a black van that follows directly behind the beast, the vehicle transporting the president. The presidential aircraft, commonly known as Air Force One, is typically accompanied by a minimum of 6 other aircraft during its travels. Several of these auxiliary planes are equipped with essential resources, including helicopters, limousines, and advanced communication tools. Additionally, other aircraft in this entourage transport hundreds of Secret Service agents and presidential staff members. The mobilization for a presidential trip is a significant undertaking, with thousands of individuals being deployed each time the president travels. Secret Service agents establish a 3-tiered security perimeter around the president. The outermost ring is manned by local law enforcement, followed by Secret Service personnel in the middle layer. Finally, agents from the Presidential Protective Division form the innermost circle, ensuring the closest and most direct protection for the White House's chief occupant. To ensure the safety of the world's most powerful leader, meticulous planning precedes every international visit. Agents, along with White House staff, scout the location months in advance, coordinating with local security forces. They ensure clear airspace upon the president's arrival, establish motorcade routes, identify nearby hospitals, and even secure safe locations in case of an attack. Every inch of ground he treads is inspected, including deploying sniffer dogs to detect any explosive. Moreover, the routes taken by the presidential motorcade are often closed off to the public. Strategic locations such as tree lines that could provide cover are also scrutinized to prevent potential snipers from having a clear shot. Accommodations for the president are equally stringent. Hotels are chosen based on their proximity to emergency medical facilities. Rooms are modified for added security, including bulletproof windows and the removal of pre-existing communication devices to prevent eavesdropping. Food security is paramount. A dedicated team of chefs and servers, supervised by Secret Service agents, handle the president's meals. Ingredients are sourced in advance, and meals are prepared under strict supervision to prevent any tampering. It's estimated that the cost of protecting President Donald Trump and his family amounted to approximately $2 million per day. Interestingly, in 2021, a former bodyguard claimed that Trump owed him $130 for a McDonald's fast food order, a debt he lamented he could never reclaim due to his resignation. Chinese President Xi Jinping's security detail is the stuff of blockbuster spy films. Since assuming office, Xi Jinping, the paramount leader of China, has faced no fewer than 10 assassination attempts. His aggressive anti-corruption measures have not only garnered him acclaim, but also made him the target of numerous retaliatory actions, including assassination attempts and political conspiracies. C has faced threats during meals, travel, and official inspections. Notably, at least 5 of these attempts were related to food poisoning. Additionally, he encountered at least 4 transportation-related incidents primarily involving air travel. Remarkably, he narrowly escaped a bombing attempt at Beijing's Grand Parade. Given the intricate political landscape, Xi places a paramount emphasis on his security. The Central Guard Bureau of China is tasked with ensuring his safety, employing a multi-layered protection system. The outermost layer comprises local police or armed forces. The second layer consists of local special police units operating within a smaller radius than the armed forces. The third layer, known as Unit 57003, is managed by the CGB and is recognizable by their distinct uniform. These agents undergo rigorous training and are adept in combat. The fourth layer, known as the Central Guard Unit or Unit 61889, is responsible for securing an area within a 200 and 300 radius around the high-ranking official they are protecting. The innermost layer consists of Xi's personal bodyguards. These guards are always within arm's reach, ready to act at a moment's notice. One particular bodyguard, often seen standing to Xi's right during both domestic and international visits, has garnered attention. Dubbed by netizens as the palace's top martial artist or the chairman's protector, little is known about this individual, despite the public's keen interest. Reports suggest that after ascending to the top position, Xi revamped his security protocol. Instead of relying solely on the Central Guard Bureau, he incorporated forces managed by the Central Military Commission, answering directly to the Politburo Standing Committee and overseen by Liu Zhenqing. To understand the extent of Xi's security measures, one can look at his high-profile visits abroad. In the summer of 2015, the British media was abuzz with discussions about Xi's stringent security demands during his visit, including having one of his bodyguards accompany him in the carriage ride with Queen Elizabeth II. Local forces implemented the highest security protocols, deploying thousands of officers throughout the country. In early 2017, Xi met with U.S. President Donald Trump in Palm Beach, Florida. The hotel hosting Xi was transformed into a veritable fortress. All transportation routes taken by Xi were closed to the public. That same year, Xi and his wife, Peng Liyuan, visited Hong Kong to commemorate the 20th anniversary of its return to China. While traveling between venues, Xi and Peng were transported in one of 2 armored limousines, escorted by Hong Kong police. Snipers were strategically positioned, especially when Xi was outdoors. The motorcade escorting Xi comprised 59 police officers, all trained to handle emergencies. A no-fly zone was also established over Wan Chai and Victoria Harbor during his 3-day visit. Over 10 marine police vessels patrolled Victoria Harbor around the clock. Furthermore, 2 hotels accommodating Xi and his entourage, the Renaissance Hong Kong Harbor View and the Grand Hyatt in Wan Chai, were vacated to ensure security, affecting approximately 1,300 rooms. To prevent vehicular attacks, around 300 water-filled barriers were installed around the 2 hotels and convention and exhibition center. Each barrier, containing 1.5 tons of water, took 7-8 minutes to fill. Inside the extraordinary security bubble of North Korea's Kim Jong-un. In 2013, a North Korean documentary went viral online. This film depicted the miserable life of Americans, suggesting that they drink coffee made from snow, live in tents, and are homeless, wandering the streets. The film also claimed that birds had disappeared because starving Americans had eaten them all. The tents and walls, supposedly provided by the American Red Cross, were said to be made from materials supplied by North Korea. Interestingly, in 2016, North Korea proudly introduced a propaganda film, asserting that their country is the only paradise on Earth. However, this paradise seems to be a bit stifling, especially when it's king, Kim Jong-un. Foreigners attending any event featuring the North Korean leader must undergo a stringent security screening process and leave behind all electronic devices such as phones. A defector, who was once a bodyguard, revealed that the North Korean leader has up to 6 different layers of security. He is one of the most heavily guarded individuals in the world, to the extent that not even an ant could get through. The first layer of his security is divided into 3 sub-layers. Firstly, there are specialized vehicles equipped with top-notch security features that accompany him, such as the Iron Hawk Cham, 1 aircraft, 6 identical armored train sets capable of carrying armored vehicles and small helicopters. Each train consists of 17 21 carriages, including meeting rooms, bedrooms, phones, TVs, and satellites additionally. There's the bulletproof Mercedes-Benz S-Class limousine, valued at $1.8 million. The next layer of security accompanying these vehicles is the close protection team. These elite bodyguards, dressed in Western-style suits and ties, are always close to the North Korean leader. They often run alongside Kim Jong-un's armored limousine on the streets. This close protection team forms a 360-degree security circle around the leader. They communicate using traditional methods, such as wearing badges on their vests and using coded language or gesture. According to a former bodyguard of the late leader Kim Jong-il, these guards even undergo training to dodge knives, withstand direct bullet shots, and endure severe impacts like hammer strikes or direct slingshot hits. The first layer of security also includes a convoy of 30 large motorcycles, comprising ambulances, police cars, and other specialized armored vehicles. The second and third layers of security around Kim are established by the Guard Command with about 100,000 members. They are responsible for securing any location he visits, whether it's an office building, residence, or any place he visits in and outside North Korea. They also handle some logistical or technical function. For Kim Jong-un's personal security, the Guard Command sets up a security ring right outside the close protection team. This force is responsible for ensuring the security of the location where he is present. Outside this team, there are two more layers of security, with the outermost layer set up on streets, fences, or facilities within an approximately 800-mile radius. During the 2018 summit in Singapore, 3 planes from Pyongyang arrived in the country. Guard Command personnel were believed to be on at least 2 of these planes. They also brought Kim's favorite alcohol, food, and cigarettes, and checked any food or drink before it was served to him. The Guard Command also manages a dedicated medical team for the leader, with at least 2 members accompanying him to Singapore. The North Korean leader was also likely served food prepared by a personal North Korean chef accompanying him on this trip. Behind the scenes, the elaborate security detail of President Putin. The task of protecting the President of Russia is described as highly stressful, which is why agents are allowed to retire from the force at the age of 35. The Federal Protective Service of Russia might not be as globally recognized as the U.S. Secret Service, but its responsibility of safeguarding President Vladimir Putin is arguably even more extensive. To date, the operations of the FSO remain shrouded in mystery. Given that there's hardly any Russian security force as secretive as the FSO, most information about them is speculative. For 16 years, the FSO was led by General Yevgeny Murov, a longtime ally of President Vladimir Putin. Murov assumed this position just 11 days after Putin became president. The FSO currently boasts between 20,000 to 30,000 uniformed agents and several thousand plainclothes personnel. This number has significantly increased since Putin's ascension to the presidency. The FSO is entrusted with the protection of the Chegit nuclear briefcase, a symbol of the power vested in Russian presidents. This briefcase is believed to contain communication devices that allow the Russian president to order a nuclear strike on any target worldwide. To become an FSO member, candidates must meet specific physical standards and undergo rigorous training to handle emergency situations while protecting the president. In FSO, only the most trustworthy individuals are selected to be FSO agents. FSO agents have the authority to conduct investigations, engage in combat, eavesdrop, inspect mail, arrest citizens, search residences, and commandeer vehicles. FSO agents start gathering information about the destination 1-2 months in advance, even visiting the location to plan the best security measures for the Kremlin leader. They analyze potential risks, including criminal activities, social unrest, and even natural disasters like earthquakes and floods. Whenever Putin appears in public, he is shielded by at least 4 layers of security. The first layer consists of the president's agents, who act as a mobile steel shield. The second layer comprises plainclothes agents mingling with the crowd, tasked with identifying suspicious individuals potentially carrying weapons. The third layer surrounds the crowd to prevent any suspicious entities from approaching the leader. The fourth layer consists of snipers positioned on high-rise buildings, ready to neutralize threats to the president. Putin's agents are armed with Gyurza guns, capable of firing 40 bullets per minute. The bullets can penetrate bulletproof vests within a 50 meters range, despite their compact size. If gunfire erupts near the Russian president, it indicates a breach in the outer security layers. In such cases, the innermost agents deploy a special umbrella made of Kevlar. This sturdy umbrella can protect the president from flying objects. In open areas, agents may also deploy additional protective equipment like bulletproof shields. The Foreign Intelligence Service of Russia and the Federal Security Service of Russia collaborate to prepare for Putin's foreign visits. During Putin's trips, hundreds of agents are deployed for protection, with 5-7 escort vehicles and 3-4 high-speed patrol cars. Whenever Putin steps outside, a GPS jamming device is activated to thwart attacks using GPS-guided weapons like drones. For Putin's foreign visits, preparations are meticulous. Intelligence agencies plan well in advance, and the flight crew for the presidential plane is briefed a month prior. Furthermore, Putin often avoids dairy products during foreign visits and might even decline food prepared by the host country. This poses challenges for Russian embassies coordinating with host countries, especially those with rich culinary traditions. In general, Putin only consumes food verified by the Kremlin. Putin's hotel room abroad is sealed in advance, with no unauthorized access. A special security team ensures the room's safety. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India's most guarded VIP. India is not just home to the renowned Bollywood scene and spicy cuisines, but also the world's largest population, weaving an intricate tapestry of culture and society. And at the heart of it all is none other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi. His security entourage? The glitz of the Oscars, but every single day? Ever since his early days on the political stage, Modi has been a magnet for extremist threats. From 2015 onwards, the man has faced an avalanche of threatening messages via social media and various messaging apps. Talk about a political thriller waiting to be filmed. India has an elite task force dedicated solely to the Prime Minister's protection, named the Special Protection Group and founded in 1988. This force had a staggering 3,000 members by 2020. In fact, rumor has it, their training standards are on par with the American elites. And all that swank doesn't come cheap. The Indian government annually dishes out a whopping $50 million for SPG. Every time Modi moves, sharpshooters armed with Belgian Fen F2000 rifles and semi-automatic Glock pistols move with him, ready to jump into action. When he delivers a speech, the area turns into a fortress under the watchful eyes of the spy. The PM's residence in New Delhi, a straight out of a James Bond film with 500 elite guards patrolling 24/7. And when Modi decides to step out, traffic gets halted, the streets are barricaded, and New Delhi's finest clear the way. Hold on to your seats. Here comes the motorcade rundown. 2 armored BMW 7 Series or 2 armored Range Rovers, 6 BMW X5s, a Mercedes-Benz ambulance, and many more elite vehicles. Modi's armored BMW 7 Series 760 lit. This fortress on wheels is mine-resistant, bulletproof, and even boasts self-sealing fuel tanks and an independent oxygen supply. Typically, a battalion of 100 SPG agents, sporting lightweight 2.2 kilograms body armor and sleek sunglasses, trail Modi to counter any assassination attempts. The Prime Minister has not one but 2 Boeing 747-400s on standby. Because in Modi's world, backup isn't just a plan, it's a lifestyle. The airspace, a complete, no-fly zone when Modi's on board. Inside the aircraft, a luxe bedroom and a chic meeting room. In the intricate dance of global politics, world's leaders stand as monumental figures. Their influence stretches across borders, affecting international relations, economies, and global strategies. Such paramount influence, however, comes at a price. Their heightened profiles make them potential targets, reflecting not just the divisive nature of politics, but also the numerous risks. It's a stark reminder of the fragility that often lurks behind power, emphasizing that in the world of global leadership, influence is often accompanied by vulnerability. From the glittering palaces of the Kremlin to the hallowed halls of the White House, the rituals of protection are shrouded in secrets, whispered in the corridors of power. The unyielding resolve of these unseen guardians is a testament to the lengths humanity will go to ensure the safety of those who bear the weight of leadership. So next time you catch a glimpse of a world leader amidst a sea of suits and security, remember the layers of intricacy that surround them? Beneath the polished veneer lies an intricate web of protection that's as fascinating as it is formidable, a testament to the lengths humanity will go to shield those who stand at the helm. And while their names may remain unknown, their impact resounds through the annals of history, and owed to the noble art of safeguarding those who guide us through the stormy waters of global affairs.